This is how I load my line onto a reel. The reel line I've selected is the Edge Tackle Sinking Mono, 6 pounds, got a diameter of 0.23 millimeter. This is the 300 meter spool, and I'm going to put it on my CS7 4000 reel. So the way I like to do it, this is how I've always done it, is I'll actually load the line onto the reel whilst I've got it on a rod. So I just thread the line through the butt guide and then tie a simple loop in the line. That's the figure of 8 there. Trim that down, and then the way I like to do it is it's like a lasso, so I pull the line back through the loop like that. Okay, obviously open the bail arm and then I put it onto the spool, so I loop it over the spool. Okay, let me just get that the right way around. So then if I just show you, it tightens up on itself. So that's a very, very strong knot and it won't slip. So the line tightens up to itself. Now a nice feature with these reels is we've got this band in the middle. So what I do is I just lift that up and then hide the knot underneath, so I don't get any knot or anything interfering with the spool. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's all hidden now behind that band. It's a very, very strong knot. And then the way I like to do it, if I'm on my own, is I just hold the spool at the top, above the butt guide like that. Just keep a decent tension on the spool between my fingers. Slowly wind it to start with, just ensure everything is laying nicely. Might tighten the drag right down just to ensure that it's not slipping while I'm winding it. And now I'm going to put 150 meters on because it's a 300 meter spool, so that's going to be enough for 2 reels, and I'm going to wind on around about 160 turns. So I know on this reel that will be between 140 and 150 meters, so I'm going to count that on. So that's 50 turns, and you can see on this spool, that's going to be around about 47 meters of line. I'll need to add some more line on there. You know, you don't want to underfill the spool because it's going to make casting very difficult. There'll be too much friction with the line coming over the spool. So I'm going to wind another 50 on. There we go. So we're getting there now. I could fish with that, but I'm going to wind the remaining 50 meters on. So in my mind now, you know, if I'm fishing at long range, I've got enough line to cast, and obviously fishing on different sessions, it's going to reduce in length, so I've still got enough line. But that's the great value of these bulk spools. So there we go. That to me now is absolutely perfect. I'm going to cut that. I can use the line clip that we talked about in the video just to keep that all nice and neat when it's in storage. You can see that beautiful linear spooling that we talked about as well. And that's the finished reel. Now there's always more than one way to skin a cat, so different people have got different ways of doing it. Some people will reel the spool through water, some people will use somebody else to hold the spool, but that's the way I do it, and I never have any problem with these lines doing it that way. So I'm just going to keep the line on the line clip, and that's ready to go.